And now, a dramatic retelling of the final events of that battle. The battle had been long and bloody. Their blades had clashed back and forth for over an hour, but Jeremy knew in his heart he had not survived this long on his skill alone. The king had just been playing with Jeremy, putting on a show to make an example of what he would do to those who would dare to defy him. It all seemed hopeless. But then Jeremy made a move that could only be born out of crazed desperation. He threw his sword, the only thing he had to defend himself against the king's blows, straight at the king's neck. Of course, the king easily deflected the blade with his own, but in that moment, he did not realize the mistake he had made. In his own hubris, he had forgotten just how close to the cliff's edge he had been standing. As he blocked the blow, his foot slipped off the edge. Now, of course, that wasn't enough to stop a man as well trained as him, and he easily caught himself on the edge with his arms. But it was then, in that single moment of weakness, Jeremy leaped at the king, sending them both tumbling off the edge of the cliff. Jeremy landed on a lower section, the wind knocked out of him as his back collided with the ground. But the king had not been so lucky. He had fallen further, over the waters of the lake below. And now what happened next has been up for debate. Some say it was the king's armor that weighed him down and prevented him from swimming to the surface, while others say the soul of all he had slain had grabbed his legs and pulled him down to the underworld itself. Either way, the king never resurfaced from the cold waters of the lake. Jeremy had done the unthinkable. A mere halfling had ended the life of the Mad King. Now you may think that with the death of the king, our tale is over. But I'm afraid the story of Halfling Versus has much more to tell. I still have not shown you the time when Jeremy faced the gods. Or how about when one tiny halfling boy bested a frost giant?